What's up, everybody? We are back with another review, sort of. This is kind of a continuation or an extension on my last Black Ops 6 beta review from last week. Of course, where there was another weekend, this past weekend of the beta, they changed some things, fixed some things, and so, of course, it was slightly different, and that's what I want to talk about today. We always have our pros, so-sos, and cons. We're going to do things a little bit different. We're going to go over that list, of course, but we're going to go through a couple ones that I added to some of the lists, but then we're going to quickly talk about the ones that were addressed last review, which of course I'll link down below if you want to go check that out. But we're not going to get into the pros, cons, and so-sos as in detailed for the ones that were from last week. We're just going to kind of do a check-in on how I was feeling about them after the second weekend. And some transparency, I played like 12, 13 hours the first weekend. I only got time for like 6 hours the second weekend. So just a little bit of transparency, a little bit of a disclaimer there. But I still had a lot of fun. I still thought it was a blast. I was still really sad that the beta ended and sad that we have to wait a month and 15 days from the point of this review being uploaded to get the game back. But it is what it is. Still really hopeful. Still think it has the potential to be the best COD of the Warzone era. An extension on Cold War, which currently sits as the best COD right above Modern Warfare 3. I think it can be an extension of Cold War plus improvements. The Omni movement and all that's definitely an improvement. Still felt fun. Still had a lot of fun with friends, fiance, whoever. Still recommend trying the game when it comes out, especially if you have Game Pass and you can get it for free. Or if you just haven't played COD multiplayer in a while, still would recommend it when it comes out. So, that being said, we're going to go through the cons first, as we usually do. The weapon level only on attachments, I'll be honest, I didn't look for that detail, but I did not notice it showing the max level on weapons when you looked at weapons. It might have, but that's not really an important one. Footsteps, they changed some audio priorities to try to give us better footsteps. They did a hot fix, if I remember correctly, towards the end of weekend 1, and it didn't really do much, but weekend 2 came, and there was more footsteps. There's still plenty of times where I didn't get footsteps. I felt like I wasn't hearing people, but there was definitely footsteps. It just wasn't as often as it should be. The volume on the footsteps was good. I was happy that there was an improvement because I don't expect perfection out of footstep audio in COD, so any improvement is good. Then we had mantle speed and ledge hang. I never got caught ledge hanging, but I don't think they changed that. They did change the mantle speed, and it felt a little faster, but it's still too slow. It needs to be a lot quicker than it is. Weapon leveling, they sped up the weapon leveling, and it felt more appropriate. It felt like it should, and then, to be kind, they also had a double XP, which showed you how fast they're going to be able to level up weapons if they keep this weapon leveling in the full game. It'll be pretty quick. It shouldn't be too bad, and all the weapons are like 40-something levels, so it should be quick, but it was definitely better. Packet burst, I thought it was a little bit better. Some people thought it was worse, so I think it depends on how lucky you are with the way it's installed on your device, your internet connection, and then just the luck of the draw with the lobbies and the servers you get to connect to. But I thought it was similar. I didn't think it was worse. Some people thought it was way worse. And then dead slides. Dead slides still existed. Dead slides were still just as bad. Sometimes I felt like they were worse. I think it's just baked into COD and into this engine at this point. I don't know if there's much you can do about it. The new cons are they added flashes this weekend. The flashes last way too long. And then they made them last longer in a hotfix in the middle of this past weekend. That's not good. They definitely need to shorten the flash duration. It's not great to be blind for so long, and teams were spamming them at some points, and it was just a mess. One that I forgot last week, and I was okay with forgetting it because I was hoping they'd really fix it this weekend, was the spawns are terrible. The amount of times I spawned right in front of an enemy, or an enemy spawned right in front of me, or it was easy to spawn trap, just not good. The spawns are not good. In Black Ops 6 so far. Although, I don't think that takes away from it huge, because you only really feel that effect on the strike maps, which, of course, you don't have to play, and when you play really good teams that know how to spawn trap. So, it is a con. I don't think it's as big a deal as some people make out of it, but they are bad. And then the movement delay, which was something I honestly didn't even notice, and I can't remember who I saw talk about it on Twitter, but I didn't even think about it. Currently in Modern Warfare 3, you can like pretty much instantly dive or almost instantly slide. In the Black Ops 6 beta, you had to be like moving to do it. And if you're a Warzone player and you're trying to go from a building ledge to another building ledge, you know how important that dive and pull the parachute is. And so that's definitely something that they're going to need to fix, especially when it comes to Warzone. If you want this to be a one-to-one movement system where there's no difference between multiplayer and Warzone, you're gonna have to fix that, because that's a huge thing in Warzone for being able to get from ledge to ledge, so you don't have to like back up and run down the ledge. So that's it for the cons. For the so-sos, HVT mode players was the only thing we had. Kill Order, that's the name. I keep forgetting the name. It is Kill Order. The HVTs still hide. They still avoid combat, even though you're given plates to incentivize you to fight. They still do that, and then often you get teams camping around their HVT so their HVT can't get killed, which if both teams do that, that kind of just kills the mode completely. Once again, that's not a game design thing. They gave you the plates to make you fight as an HVT or make you want to. It's a player-based thing, but... And then the other so-so were maps. There was maps I really like. Scud is hated, but I actually like Scud. The strike map that I can't remember the name of, but it's at like the political event. That one I really like. That one's a lot of fun. Pit grew on me, but it's so-so. I did not play the new face-off map they added, which I can't remember the name of, because I just didn't feel like playing gunfight. Not face-off. It's gunfight. It's the gunfight map they added. I didn't end up playing that. And then some of the maps play well on modes, like, and some don't. Like, I don't think Skyline plays well on Hardpoint and Domination because B Point, or I forget which Hardpoint it is just so exposed. It might be Hardpoint 1. So exposed from so many angles, you just get blasted. But then I like it for Team Deathmatch and Kill Order. So the maps aren't bad. I'm obviously excited, like most people, for Nuketown to come back and some of the remasters. But hopefully some more of the original maps that we didn't get to play are better. Because, like, Babylon, horrible. Babylon is terrible. There's a lot of spots for people to camp. There's the whole middle area where people just spawn and you just throw grenades over the other side. Babylon's horrible. So there's some good maps, some bad maps, so I added so-sos. Then for the pros, going through the old ones, the training course I didn't touch again. Omni movement skill gap I like. The movement speed they actually increased, but some people thought it felt clunky. And so maybe you could move overall movement down to so-sos because of like what I talked about with that slide and the dive where you have to actually be moving fully for them to work. And I went and jumped on some Modern Warfare 3 games today before this review just to get a feel. In the Modern Warfare 3 movement, obviously I want the sliding and the diving in every direction, but playing Modern Warfare 3, the movement definitely felt smoother. I didn't think that Black Ops 6 was that clunky like some people did until I played Modern Warfare 3, and I'm like, okay, Modern Warfare 3 definitely feels smoother and fleshed out, but one is a beta and one's a full game that's been out for 5 seasons, so I'm not super worried about that. They did increase the movement speeds, which definitely felt a little bit better, but not a huge improvement. TTK stayed the same. I think the TTK is in a good place, although I prefer a little bit longer. I know some people prefer shorter, so I'm happy to meet in the middle and just be slightly shorter than Cold War. Human Shield and Hostage, still just as fun. Nothing changed about that. The aim assist nerf, as I played more, I like it even more. Up close, it definitely feels like it's a more fair fight that comes down to skill. You get used to it the more you play it, and it becomes less of a problem, definitely like that. And the no reticle sway while strafing still exists. Didn't change. Really nice thing. And then the only other pro I have is such a minor thing on the game, and that is sound effects that they added on the emotes, both in-game and in the winner circle. And this doesn't change the game for me at all. It wouldn't change how I rate the game or how much I recommend the game, but it's just a fun little silly thing, which I know Treyarch likes to go for. They go for more arcadey than Activision, or not Activision, than Infinity Ward tends to go towards. So it's just a fun little thing. But I still really enjoyed this weekend of the beta. I would still really recommend, if you like COD, haven't played in a while, like multiplayer, to get Black Ops 6 when it comes out. And if you have Game Pass, there's no excuse to not try it, unless you're just being a COD hater or COD has never been your thing and you don't care about it. But you're probably not watching this video if that's the truth. So I still probably give it, I don't remember what I gave it exactly last week. I think I gave it like a 7. I think 7 holds strong there. Definitely some things for Treyarch to improve and work on, but they got a month and a half to do that from this point on. The beta ended yesterday morning, so they had a month and a half to fix things. Definitely super excited for it. I'll let the gameplay that I have behind me finish out. I will see you in the next review. Have a good day. Bye. And they shot down my helo. I immediately turned into a bot once I missed a bunch of kills with my Hellstorm.
Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint is secure. TACOM, requesting recon overhead. Hostiles have the hard point.
That nade throw.
Hard point locked down.
Oh.
Hardpoint located.
Enemy on foot.
Yeah, they're not really playing objective very much.
Especially whenever your sniper on the lookout for no reason.
Hardpoint active.
Contact front.
Hardpoint is secure.
Running sleeper agent.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
Enemy resupply disrupted.
Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint is secure.
UAV standing by. Get me eyes in the sky.
UAV established overhead.
Definitely need to change this.
UAV fuel check 50%.
They're right
Their
where
entire
we want
team's
them.
just sitting in the
Finish
back of the
job.
map.
Tackle. They're flying on fumes. UAV are turning to land.
Five kills.
Hardpoint located.
Tanks out.
Airstone strike. Authorization.
Target's in range. Stand up, weapon released.
Hardpoint active.
Good, multiple.
Hardpoint locked down.
Taking effective fire. First bet.
Hostiles have neutralized the white dog elo. Watch dog elo has been eliminated.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure.
I am taking damage. Ouch.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
I like that they're now going on the hard point.
If I was so capable,
Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint is secure.
Oh my god.
They never stood a chance. Proceed to extract them.
31 and 8.